Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 108 of Before My Morning Coffee. Lisa Freed here on Rebel Hearted, and today I'm answering an audience-requested question, which is, what are my thoughts on spanking your kids? What are my thoughts on spanking your kids? And she's like, I'd love to know the answer. Now, I'm going to be incredibly honest in these moments as I share this. So brace yourself. As a child, I received, I believe, 3 spankings maybe 3 spankings in my life. There is 2 times of which I can remember, 1 that I cannot. And I say 3 because my mom and I have had talked about it. And I think maybe it's only 2. It does not matter, 2 or 3 times, whichever. And I recall those incidents. 1, I was quite a bit older. I was a teen. And 1, I was 7 years old. And I also remember all the times that I had intense desire to spank my own child. And did not. But here's what I remember most about these situations. When I was being spanked or when I was wanting to spank my child, there was a loss of control and that spanking or the desire to spank was a fear response to that. I remember when I was getting my spankings that it was, what it felt like for me was that my parent had lost their ability to take a step back, look at the situation, and discuss it in such a way that we did not need to result in a spanking. A conversation would have been just as effective or more effective. And when I have had desires to spank my daughter, I know that it was out of intense frustration and a feeling of loss of control over the situation, over elements of the situation that could have never been controlled by me in the first place. But it was that illusion of control that was lost that made me want to respond in such a way. Now, I didn't. And I don't believe in spanking as being a way that solves more problems than it creates. It may even feel satisfying for some people in the moment, but it does have some lasting repercussions that come from it that cannot be determined beforehand. So I don't spank, but I do know that I feel like in the instances, and I can only speak from my experience, that it was this feeling of loss of control and and feeling right on the edge, like you couldn't stop, pause the situation, take a breath, take a break, and return to it. And I know that feeling, and I'm stuttering this morning because this is a controversial topic in a lot of places, that I do know for sure that it was that loss or fear of loss of the illusion of control that made me want to respond in that manner. 100%. I also have strong opinions on whether or not, you're your kid's best friends. And if kids need to have everything that they desire the exact moment that they desire it, and some different conversations could be had around entitlement and everything like that. And yes, I do believe that God wants what's best for us in abundance and all of those things and to shine favor on us. But I also believe that so many things, like this can veer off in so many different ways. So no, listener, I do not spank my daughter. I do believe that having conversations at the level of your child is important. I also believe that if a child is in immediate danger, a physical response may be necessary. And I'm not talking spankings, but there have definitely been times where I've been with kids that were about to do something and it has resulted in me like pulling them away or pushing them away if required, depending on what the situation is, whether we were handling livestock or there were other circumstances, right? So I don't believe that there aren't, like, that conversation doesn't always solve absolutely everything. I appreciate nonviolent communication especially, but there are times when a physical intervention is required, but I believe that is very much different than spanking as well. So my opinion, Chris and I do not spank our child. I don't know about him and whether or not he's had a desire at times to dole out a spanking. But I do know that even in animals, like if I have a misbehaving dog and I'm like, or a horse or a cow or whichever, it is literally a feeling. It's that feeling of this loss of control that has me wanting to respond in that way. It's when I think about it. So this is kind of a ramble, but I love the fact that I got asked to answer this question. It's before my morning coffee. I won't apologize for my opinion. I also am entirely open to my opinion shifting and changing over the years, as things grow and develop and what have you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you spank your kids? Let me know. You can send me an email, friedtealisa@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook, Lisa Fried Tea. I wish you a day as beautiful as you. If you've got any topics that you'd like me to talk about before my morning coffee, by all means, let me know. Ask away. I'll answer. I just don't guarantee that you'll appreciate and love and enjoy my answers every time. And that's okay. I will be back again tomorrow with episode 109 of Before My Morning Coffee, and it will be a city edition. Bye for now, everyone.